Hey, it is Laura Lawrence here with my painting shirt on because I'm going to be experimenting with molding paste and the distress inks that I have had in my craft room for so long and just not gotten around to using. Hey guys, well, this is me starting to experiment with my distress inks, and I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just playing, and I hope that you guys play with your stuff too. I've been bookmarking different reels on Facebook lately and watching what other people are doing, and so taking my distress ink and I'm wiping it across the watercolor paper, spraying it with water bottles, painting it over with a brush. But I've got some questions. So one of my first questions is, do these ink pads pick up the color from the other ink pads? So if I use a yellow and then red, am I going to get red on my yellow ink pad? Things like that. To me, that makes sense, and so I'm going to have to be more careful about how I do that. I have seen in other videos where they take the ink and put it on one of the clear blocks first and then spread it, so I may have to try some alternative methods. But I'll tell you, I really loved adding the water to the ink pads after. I couldn't get over how much brighter the color was when I did that. These spray bottles, I'm not totally in love with at this point, but I haven't played with them enough. One of my spray bottles jams and just doesn't work. The other ones I find they're very hard to control how much spritz you're going to get out of them. I've seen some people have droppers and things like that, so I need to look into some alternatives. Right now I'm using the mini distressing ink pads, and those are kind of fun because of the different size. Again, as soon as you add the water, they completely brighten up and change colors. Learned here that the purple gets a little muddy when you add it to some of the other colors, which is unfortunate because it looked amazing. So then I just added some other colors on top. But again, I'm adding ink right on top of ink and wondering, like that yellow ink pad worries me that maybe I got other colors on it, right? So I'm gonna have to be careful of that. Now I'm using the heat gun to dry everything up and just get it ready for the next steps. Okay. I'm going to try molding paste, black molding paste, with a letter, no, that's a number stencil, on one of the backgrounds I created with the distress inks. Let's see what happens. Oh baby, that's a little thicker than that other one that I was using. I didn't put tape on this time, but that means I have to be careful not to go over the edge of this stencil. I don't think I'll do the whole thing either. I just went over the edge. What else was I supposed to do that? I guess that's how you tape it. Or you start at the edge, you dipstick. You dipstick! Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, it's just gonna not quite finish, is my thinking. So let's get the top one on there. And then fade out. Fade out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is so. God, I love this stuff. Wow. I'm amazed. That'll take a while to dry, but boy, that's sharp. Okay, now that black. Oh, that black looks nice. Let me tell you what. What else can I do? I got a tree. Do I want to do that in black? Yes, I do. On yellow? Yes, I do. Yes, please. Oh yeah. Okay. Shall I tape it? Yes, I shall, because I do not want to get black on the side of this image. No, I do not. Smooth. Okay. Oh. Oh, that is crazy. I love this. This is so fun. Mixed media, just going down a little rabbit hole with you, let me tell you. That is fun. Oh, I wonder how long this will take to dry. Oh, so cool. Oh, baby. Now, I don't want this going down my drain. Oopsies. So I'm going to get as much of this off as possible. God, that looks great. Oh, look at amazeballs. Amazing. Okay, 2 black ones, and then we'll do 2 white ones so that after I can color them. God, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. I've also heard you can color the molding paste to be different colors, which I have not thought about doing yet. But now I'm going to have to think about it. Okay, this one's going to be a clock. And then, oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby, that's going to be so nice. So I don't think I need tape on here unless I'm worried about going over the edges. So I have to be careful about that. Looks like I may have just went over the edge again, because But you know what? Honestly, I'll probably end up trimming this paper anyway because it's a little wide. I guess it depends where I'm going to put it, what I'm going to do with it. It's not going to go in a scrapbook, it'll go in a mixed media album or a card. I've never been much of a card maker before, so I'm going over the edge again, but now that I decided I'm cutting it, I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. But now that I'm getting into this mixed media stuff, I think cards be the way to go because I can make journals, but like, I'm going to make a heck of a lot of journal books that no one's going to read or look at. No way, I want people to see this. This is amazing. Now, we'll have to see how thick these are because these are cheap stencils that I got from Temu, and they're pretty thin. So my guess is if I spent a little more money and got a little bit of a thicker one, I'd have a thicker pattern to play with. But we will see what happens when I go to emboss those anyway. Yes, that looks good. Make sure it's straight. Oh. That's gonna be awesome. Do that in metallics, I think. Woo! Fun times. All right, so here I am, and I am taking what I have made already with the molding paste backgrounds. Some of them have background colors underneath. This one I'm spraying like a copper and purple over top to kind of get more of a mermaid look going on here. Unfortunately, when I filmed this, I didn't realize that half of my paintings weren't showing, so you're only getting an image of the top half, but hopefully you get sort of the idea. What I did on this one is after I sprayed it, and I tried to spray it fairly thick, I lifted it up and kind of tilted it so that it would run into the creases from the thickness of the paste, and then just dabbed a few things off. I plan on cutting and trimming off the edges of these afterwards and putting them onto some sort of a card. In this one, I'm using my Creative Memories sponge brushes and the Distress inks and just experimenting with, well, first one's which of my ink pads are dry. I mean, that's just life, so figuring out a few of those things. Again, trying to remember to use the right colored handle with the right colored ink to keep track of those. Creative Memories has made these awesome matches, so it's kind of like, okay, then don't get the yellow brush all filled with red ink. So it's just remembering those little things. And me trying to figure out what I like and how the blending is going to work. So I had a lot of fun with this one, and I was quite pleased with how it looks in the end. I now am faced with this challenge of, okay, what do I do with all these backgrounds that I just made? So we're going to see what happens there. This one, the Wander More one, I did only on watercolor. I didn't put any background on there ahead of time because I wanted to see how the molding paste picks up these sprays, because I've seen those on a lot of the Facebook reels. And I was quite impressed actually with how it works. Again, I end up tipping this one and kind of putting it diagonal. I want some of the colors to mix a little bit. Then I wipe everything off, just dab it with some paper towel till I get everything dried off a little bit. And you can see where the molding paste was. I spray a little bit more on top after because I want there to be a little bit of a spray in the background. And again, I gotta trim this up and put it onto either a card or maybe in a little picture frame that I could use and keep in the camper even. I thought that was just a pretty cute little stencil all around. Another question I've got is if these are friendly to use in a scrapbook album. I don't know if any of these products are acid free, so I would need to see, because that Wander More I would definitely put in one of my albums if I knew it wasn't going to damage my photos. So more questions. On this one, I've already got the background, so I'm just painting gold and copper or bronze sort of over it until I get an effect that I'm enjoying. I wanted to leave a lot of the black molding paste and see how the dry brush turned out. Anyway, hope you have liked this video, and we'll see what comes up in the end.